Hello. I read the book, found audio. Alright, so I got this book in San Francisco at the beginning of the year on our trip at a bookstore called City Lights Booksellers. And it was a staff recommendation. It sounded interesting to me. Originally, when I picked it up, it felt like it was going to be a mystery, which it is, but then later I realized I read the back and it says, a wicked metafictional mystery. Metafictional. That is a term that I had never heard before. And after reading this book, I now understand what they're talking about. Let me tell you what it's about. There's a guy who walks into a woman's office in Alaska. The woman is a historian specializing in audio. So she has the ability to listen to an audio tape and she can determine if it's the original, if it's not, if it's been tampered with, if it is, she can just tell you a whole bunch about this audio tape. And so a guy walks into her office and says, I have 3 tapes that I want you to listen to and give me your opinion on. And she says, nope, I'm too busy. Everybody wants their opinion on audio tapes. And he says, no. These 3 tapes are going to amaze you. And you will never find something like this again. And she says, I listened to Gandhi. I listened to audio tapes with Einstein. I doubt you have anything that spectacular. And so he offers her $25,000 to look at these tapes and talk about them. And so when she's offered this money, she's like, of course, I'll do it. And he says there's one rule, you just cannot copy them. And of course she does. And so the following 3 chapters are the transcripts of the audio tape. When I read the back, when I read the person who was recommending it, I thought that there was going to be a big mystery around the audio tapes. I thought that there was going to be like a physical mystery. I guess there was a mystery, it's just not the conventional understanding of a mystery. It isn't a mystery piecing together events and finding out what happened. It's more the mystery of the mind. The mystery is the world. The mystery is the world that we live in. The mystery is reality. There's blurred lines between physical and spiritual. Spiritual might not be the right word, but there's these blurred lines between dream world and physical world. Do we believe what we see? Things like that. That's what the 3 tapes are about. Given the speech that this man gives to get her to take these tapes, I thought it was going to be this intriguing, just edge of my seat mystery that I couldn't wait to find out. Even though it's exploring some pretty interesting subjects, dream world, reality, sanity, it's exploring these things that could be very interesting, but it's done in kind of a dull way. That's basically it. These are the 3 there's 3 audio cassettes that are the transcripts in this book. And so, each tape is pretty big. So it tells the story of these 3 different events that happened to this journalist. And you would suspect that because each of the audio tape transcript is so long, you would get a lot of detail about how this person feels about each of these events. Where in fact, he seems pretty matter of fact. He doesn't seem too confused. It says he's confused, but it also seems like he doesn't really care. It says that he's in pursuit of something, but there's nothing that leads me to believe that that's true. It says he's looking for these answers, but there's no action that happens in the book that leads me to believe that that's in fact true. So I don't know. I found it kind of dry and dull, and these thought experiments around reality I think are interesting and could be could be deep, but weren't. And so I feel like this is a B book, 100%. It's absolutely in the middle. It's completely mediocre. It's a B. It's not a bad book. It was written fine, but it isn't a mind-blowing book. If I was the person who was given the $25,000 to listen to these 3 audio tapes, and I had listened to Einstein and Gandhi, and the person said that this compared to that, I'd be like, come on. No, it doesn't. It does not. So, would I recommend this book? It really depends on who you are. I know people who would love this book. I also know people who would stop reading it after a few paragraphs because they would just find it pretentious and irritating. I'm in the middle. I don't hate the writing. I don't hate the story. I finished it. I read the whole thing. But I didn't love it. I didn't get any new insight into the world. It didn't have some spiritual answer that I needed to get when I got to the end of the book. I didn't feel like I wanted to delve deeper into blurred lines of reality. So, I don't know. It was fine. It wasn't great. Do you want to read this? I don't know. Did I say anything that made this sound exciting? If I did, read it, because like I said, I know people that would like this book. I just found it mediocre. So that's Found Audio. Thank you for watching. Bye.